Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
And I want to begin with something that you and I kind of share now. We didn't so much when we first got together, but our love of motorsports and NASCAR specifically. I know that your current favorite driver no longer is racing, but I'm curious, when you were growing up, who'd you root for and why?
I was a major Tony Stewart fan growing up. Still am. I'm also I love NASCAR, but really my roots are in dirt racing, and that's where Tony Stewart's at. And Tony Stewart owns a lot of dirt. He owns a dirt series. He owns a dirt track. He's always big in the dirt community, a dirt racing community. So Tony Stewart, that his dirt background. My dad was a dirt racer when I was a young kid as well. So that kind of drew me to him, but also his attitude, his I don't care, I will do anything to win attitude. Really, especially as a younger kid, it was he was the bad boy. So that was cool. I kind of still follow him on the dirt racing side of things. Again, because that's kind of where my roots are, and his roots he always goes back to him. So Tony Stewart still is my favorite driver.
Now, the reasons that you say you liked him were the reasons I did not. It's also why I'm not a Kyle Busch fan. I don't
there you go.
Really like that type of attitude. I'm more of a Mark Martin guy. So
you're telling me you don't like people that win, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, apparently. If anybody knows about my favorite teams or anything of that nature, they know that for some reason I don't like teams that win. So with that being said, obviously you grew up in the sport or around motorsports, as did I. Have you ever raced before?
I actually have not. I've not raced. I've raced about anything that I've gotten behind the wheel of, me personally, whether it be my car or, out in the backyard at my cousin's or something along those lines. I've definitely, anything that I've got my hands on, I've tried to race it, but I've never been in a formal race. One of my wedding gifts is still something that I haven't used. I have my wife bought me a driving experience to go down to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And actually get behind the wheel of a NASCAR. And so that's something that still is going to get off my bucket list. It's already paid for. It's a lifetime payment. So I'm going to go do that, but I haven't ever got in anything and raced.
People know you obviously have a Tennessee background, but that's not necessarily where you're from. If you think about it from birth certificate standpoint, can you give us a little bit more information on that?
Yeah, so actually I was born in Davenport, Iowa. It's in the Quad Cities, right on the Iowa-Illinois border. My dad actually grew up on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River, and my mother grew up on the Iowa side and I was born in Davenport. And I lived in Iowa until I was in second grade. In second grade, my family decided to move to Northeast Tennessee. So my roots are in Tennessee. That's where I call home. But I do have to be honest with you, most of my family still lives in Iowa, Illinois. So that's where all my family is.
So for you growing up, football and racing is just in your blood, man. Those two states.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something else that deals with kind of speed and jolting your body, and that's coffee. I'm curious because I don't remember. Yeah, there's your coffee. I don't. How do you like it? How do you like your coffee? You more simple, or do you throw cream?
Nope. Black coffee. Darker the better. Tastes like dirt. Tastes better to me. Fortunately, for Father's Day, my wife got me a coffee subscription, so we're going to be trying a lot of different coffees. Over quarantine, she used to just like the light roast. She really loves Dunkin' Donuts. She still has to have flavoring hers, but she has noticed that she's starting to like a darker to a medium roast now. So I'm starting to slowly reel her into liking coffee. I don't know that I'll ever get her on black coffee, but plain black coffee for me. And over quarantine, I'll probably drink more coffee than I need to.
Well, we both know that our jobs require some extra energy at times. And it's interesting you say prescription, because I needed a prescription this morning.
There you go.
Or I don't usually drink them either, but man, these last few days, I want to make sure that I'm wide awake for this interview. So
there you go. Absolutely.
I'm a rock star guy.
I'm a monster. I do more monsters, but
maybe I'm more of a narcissist than a rock star. Who knows?
there you go.
Anyway, 3 more questions here.
Yep.
Regarding some food, these next 2 questions. First being about lunch. A lot of us are in positions where we have to have a quick lunch. For someone who is in an athletic role or who's trying to maybe gain weight in the gym, like someone like myself, what do you recommend for that workout plan to have at lunch? Because I remember distinctly sometimes just watching you put some peanut butter on bread and put that in a container and take it to work. So I'm just curious what you think is a good 12 o'clock. I'm going to use this to get me through until dinner time or even my snack at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking to gain weight, you need to eat more. That's just and I wouldn't say if you're looking to gain weight that just a peanut butter sandwich thrown in a thing is probably the best. That's some sort of sandwich or something is usually good for me because I might have still a group or something that I've got to eat that on the floor while they're working out. But if you're looking to gain, you've got to keep your body fueled. At no time should you allow your body to really feel hungry. So having well-balanced meals, I'm not big on saying, if you're somebody that wants to add some weight, to have a big breakfast and then have just a big lunch and then have a big, have that all spread out over the day. Have it well balanced. People are like, oh, we should have a bunch of carbohydrates, this, that, and the other. Have a well-balanced meal across the board. Have some good complex carbs throughout the day in your big meals. If you're going to work out or you've just got done working out, is a good opportunity to throw in those simple sugary carbs where you need to refuel the body quickly because your body can break those down a little bit faster. A great source of protein, everybody goes on the chicken kick, whatever really works for you on the protein side, whether it be beef, whether it be some sort of vegan protein, whether it have to go into a shake or something of that nature. Don't get caught on just doing supplements. A supplement is just that. It is a supplement to your diet. Too often people get a supplement and they use it as a replacement. There are replacement shakes and things of that nature, but if you're doing supplements, be smart about it. There aren't too many great ones out there. There's a lot of filler in a lot of those things, so I don't always suggest those type of things. But well balanced carbohydrates, and then have a rainbow on your plate. On your vegetable side, something of different color. Don't just always, you got to have your greens and then they got a whole plate of greens, but that's just one side of the thing. You got to have some red, you got to have some orange. Each of those colors correlate to something in your body, micronutrient wise, and that can help you stay healthy and boost your immune system and help your brain and help your blood function. And having that color on there will help you keep that steady state that you need to gain weight, or even if you're somebody that needs to lose weight, it'll help your body function correctly.
Related to cooking, you mentioned cooking with your wife, Krista, before we started talking on this interview. So I'm curious, what is your best dish, man, in terms of taste or ease to make? What so far, what's your best dish?
My best, I don't know that I have a best. I guess breakfast wise, I'm a pretty good breakfast cook. I really enjoy breakfast. So about anything breakfast wise, I can cook up. It's probably not the best for you. I will put it on the table that I can cook the best biscuits and gravy in the athletics department. So if anybody would like to challenge me on that, I'm ready for that at any given day. If we can go down the line to lunch is pretty simple. It's some sort of sandwich. I don't really do too much cooking at lunch. Dinner, I love cooking some sort of steak, but also I like cooking chicken thighs on the grill, making it so crisp that it's like it was fried chicken. So I try to make the best fried chicken that I can on the grill. So
well,
it's not really fried.
I don't think I'm the only one that hears that and says, that's kind of what I expected. Those are the things that I would expect him to be good at cooking.